It's undeniable. Santos is a hotbed of football in town. Iconic names like Pele or Neymar would dazzle spectators across generations. Even in the present day, the frightening lineup of Real Madrid has a jewel of the Santos Academy and Rodrigo performing week in and week out. But with so much talent, not everyone will have their name in the lights. These are the forgotten wonder kids of Santos. Speaking of, do not forget to subscribe to the Football Records. Without further ado. In the late 2000s, Santos Academy, they birthed two prodigies destined to redefine Brazilian football. While Neymar dazzled with audacity and flair, Caio Henrique, or Ganso, captivated with elegance. He played the game at his own pace, his own cadence. He was a classic number 10 with extraordinary vision and creativity. And alongside Neymar, he spearheaded Santos' golden era, delivering a historic Copa Libertadores and a Copa do Brasil double in 2011. That said, at age 20, he did suffer a setback. A knee injury sidelined Ganso for months. Then another, and another. While Neymar, well, his stock skyrocketed. He was on the move to Barcelona. Ganso's body started to let him down. It was hurt significantly under the weight of the surgeries. The maestro who once glided across the pitches now lumbered a bit, his magic dimmed by scar tissue and setbacks. Let's fast forward. 2016, Sevilla gambled 9 million euros on his fading genius. Coach Jorge Sampaoli had begged for his signing, envisioning Ganso as La Liga's new orchestrator. Let the music begin. But the dream, it soured quickly. Labeled a little too slow for modern football's frantic pace, Ganso languished on the bench. Moments of brilliance, a defense-splitting pass, a nonchalant flick were overshadowed by his inability to keep up. He didn't have the consistency. And by 2018, he drifted to France on a loan deal, which was the beginning of the end for European football and Ganso. Today, at 35, Ganso is back in Brazil with Fluminense, alongside veterans like Fred and Nene, still bringing moments of the spectacular. Neymar still refers to Ganso with fond memories, but their careers and perhaps the canvas of the artiste, they were polar opposites. Let me paint a picture. We have a young Brazilian defender with a cannon for a leg, nicknamed the Tank, who would go on to become one of the most powerful defensive players of his generation. Alex was a one-of-a-kind defender. In his very first season with Santos, he helped the club clinch the title, a championship a team hadn't won in 35 years. Legendary status achieved out the gate. But this was just the beginning of his journey. As you'd expect, Europe came knocking. Chelsea in 2004, but he was quickly loaned to PSV Eindhoven in Netherlands. 3 consecutive Eredivisie titles later, Alex had transformed from a promising young talent to a European football sensation that hailed from South America. His performances were so polarizing that Chelsea couldn't wait to bring him back to the main squad. In 2007, that's exactly what happened. Fans quickly realized they had something special. Free kicks, memorable, plastered them. Polaroids for everyone, long-range missiles that would rocket past goalkeepers. This left crowds in absolute awe. Center backs taking free kicks, the power being generated, and then the trophies followed. FA Cup in 2009, a league and an FA Cup double in 2010. Alex was proving he was more than just a defender. And on the international stage, he was equally as impressive, part of the Brazilian national team that won the 2007 Copa America. Alex represented his country with the same intensity he brought to club football. His football journey continued to PSG and then AC Milan, where he played until hanging up his boots in December 2016. Carlos Vinicius' football career has been a roller coaster of unexpected turns and challenges. Initially, he played as a center back during his youth career with Goiás, Santos, and Palmeiras. However, his coach at Palmeiras, Marcos Valadares, recognized his potential as a striker and suggested the position will change. And if we know a Brazilian, offense, never a question, which led to some new fortune when a Portuguese scout discovered him, which turned into a new signing for Real SC in Portuguese second division. There, this man flourished. 19 goals, 37 appearances during the 2017-2018 season. This impressive performance caught the attention of Napoli, signed him, scooped him up 2018, However, he never made a competitive appearance for the Italian club and was loaned out to Rio Ave and Monaco, where he continued to develop his skills. By 2019, Benfica had secured his services, and Vinicius had a standout season, becoming the top scorer in the Portuguese league with 18 goals and 32 appearances. This achievement prompted a loan move to the Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur, for the 2020-2021 season, and at Spurs, he managed to score 1 goal in 9 Premier League appearances. After a brief loan spell with PSV, Vinicius signed with Fulham, but again struggled to find the form he had in his early days with Benfica. This led to yet another loan spell, now at Galatasaray, where he added 2 goals in 10 appearances and contributed to the team's Turkish Super League title and the Turkish Super Cup victory. It's safe to say that's plenty of movements, and it's been a bit of a turbulent career for a player who has always been labeled with bags of potential. Mark the date, born on June 14th, 1981, yet again, another Brazilian was ready to flourish. Elano's professional journey began at Santos FC, where his versatility and technical prowess contributed to the team's success, including winning the Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A title in 2002 and 2004. Those performances at Santos, they laid a strong foundation, which led to the move to Shakhtar in 2005. And at Shakhtar, Elano's ability to adapt to European football was evident, as he played a pivotal role in securing back-to-back Ukrainian Premier League titles in 2005 and 2006. Elano's impressive form attracted the attention of Manchester City, leading to his transfer in 2007. And at City, he became a central figure in the midfield, known for his intelligent playmaking and ability to score from set pieces, giving you some of the razzle and the dazzle and the showcase of precision and the additional trajectory or the curvature. After his stint in the Premier League, Elano continued to showcase his talent at clubs like Galatasaray, Grêmio. A return to Santos in 2011 saw him contribute to the team's Copa Libertadores triumph, underscoring his enduring quality and significance to the organization. Elano's international career with Brazil, equally noteworthy. Earning 50 caps and scoring 9 goals, he was instrumental in Brazil's victories in the 2007 Copa America and the 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup. Throughout his career, Elano's passing, the vision, of course the set-piece mastery made him a valuable asset to have on the pitch. A true professional across the board. Caio Henrique. From 2008 up until 2016, he was the next up from the Santos prodigy collective. He was at Santos before making a bit of a bold move to Atletico Madrid that truly set up his career for the Brazilian left back. At Atletico, Caio predominantly showcased his talents with the B team, making 23 appearances. To gain invaluable first-team experience, he embraced loan spells back in Brazil with clubs like Parana or Fluminense, and the turning point came in August of 2020 when AS Monaco recognized his potential and secured his services for 8 million euros. This investment paid dividends as Caio seamlessly integrated into the squad, becoming vital in the defensive lineup. His versatility as a left back or a wing back, even a midfielder, combined with the agility and the precise passing made him indispensable. Solid example, a representation of modern fullback standards, a little bit of everything. However, Caio's journey wasn't without challenges. In September of 2023, while leading the Liga in assist charts and celebrating his maiden call-up to the Brazilian national team, he faced a devastating knee ligament injury. And this setback, well, it sidelined him for nearly a year, making it difficult to bounce back. But Caio, he persevered, defied the odds, and made a triumphant return to Monaco's starting lineup. And throughout his career, Caio has went from strength to strength. Kind of been under the radar, at least to a certain extent. And at 27, it's a surprise that a top Spanish or English side hasn't made an inquiry to acquire his services. Felipe's professional journey began with Santos FC, where he made his debut in 2010, and his tenure at Santos was marked by significant achievements and accolades, including winning the Campeonato Paulista in 2011 and 2012, the Copa Libertadores in 2011 as well, the Recopa Sudamericana in 2012. We can just keep listing and checking off boxes. And these accomplishments, well, they set the tone for the reputation that Anderson had in the early days of his career. This man was a winner. Then came 2013, and Felipe Anderson, he transitioned to European football by joining Lazio in Italy's Serie A. Over 5 seasons, he made 137 league appearances, scoring 25 goals. And whilst not necessarily a hefty return if you're just looking at stats, his lightning pace and trickery made people take notice. Felipe's contributions were key for Lazio's Supercoppa Italiana victory in 2017, reflecting once again his impact on the team's overall success. The Premier League, they beckoned in 2018 with Felipe signing for West Ham United, where he tallied 9 goals for the Hammers, and it could be up for debate as to whether Anderson had a good opening impact. Did he meet expectations? We can open the door for some conversations. Either way, his second season didn't necessarily pan out and was subsequently moved on. He returned to Lazio and went on to take another 149 appearances for the club. And while his career hasn't become a star-studded trophy collection campaign, though he had his moments, he has put in nearly 300 appearances for Lazio, leaving a legacy in Italy. Gabriel Barbosa Almeida, affectionately known as Gabigol, joined Santos FC Youth Academy and instantly impressed. Making his professional debut at just 16 years old, he showcased his natural goal-scoring talent early on. By the 2014 season, he had solidified his position as a key player, netting 8 goals and 31 league appearances for Santos. His consistent performance over the next 2 seasons labeled him as one of Brazil's emerging talents. 10 goals in 2015 and 5 in 2016. It emphasized some of that potential. Gabriel's flourishing reputation attracted European attention. Are we seeing a theme leading to a new move to Inter Milan in 2016? However, his time in Italy proved challenging. Limited to just 9 league appearances and a solitary goal, he struggled to adapt to European style of play, which led to a subsequent loan to Benfica in the 2017-2018 season, but it offered little respite, with Gabriel making only 1 league appearance, and determined to revive his career, he returned to Brazil on loan to Santos in 2018. And that homecoming, well, it marked a resurgence as he emerged to the league's top scorer with 18 goals and 35 appearances, reaffirming his status as a premier striker prime time. When you're talking about form, especially with strikers, it can just be around confidence. There's something about being back home in Brazil, those local fans. Even when you're watching from TV, there's an ambiance. There's something special in the air. Eat, sleep, and breathe football, the culture. The following year, a loan to Flamengo proved transformative. Gabby's 25 goals in 29 league matches, which is quite the stat line, no doubt was more than impactful in Flamengo's domestic triumphs. His heroics in the Copa Libertadores final, where he scored twice in the dying minutes to secure a 2-1 victory over River Plate, etched his name into the archives of the club's history. As early as 2025, Gabriel has joined Cruzeiro, aiming to continue upon his career path and contribute to the club's ambitions. His journey, marked by early promise, European challenges, bit of a poetic return to Brazil, and it just shows you how tough the sport can be no matter the talent you possess. Emerson began his career with Santos FC, making his professional debut in 2011 at the age of 16. We're seeing plenty of this early exposure for the teenagers in top flight football, laying out some foundation to the development. If you're ready, then you're ready. And by 2014, Emerson sought to broaden his horizons by moving to Europe, a theme that we've been keeping on repeat, joining the likes of Palermo and Italy's Serie A on loan. And despite limited appearances, the versatility and tactical approach of the Serie A aided to his development. A loan then followed to AS Roma in 2015, which became a permanent move by 2016, and it marked a significant phase in his career. At Roma, Emerson's performance improved. He showcased his ability to adapt and succeed in a competitive environment. You're battling for the minutes. You're making a difference. Fast forward January 2018, pivotal moment for Emerson in his career as he signs for Chelsea FC in the English Premier League. His tenure at Stamford Bridge, well, you can't discredit the contributions to the team's success, including clinching the UEFA Europa League, the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup. He was a Swiss Army knife of useful utility as a player who could play in the back three or the back four, providing the perfect cover on the left side of the defense or even a wing back. If you needed him, you could call upon him. And the 2021-2022 season saw Emerson on loan to Olympique Lyonnais in France's Liga, where he made 29 league appearances and scored once as well. Upon returning to England in August of 2022, Emerson signed with West Ham United, and in his debut season, he played 36 league games, scoring 1 goal and providing 2 assists, but notably, he became the first player to win all 4 European continental competitions after West Ham's UEFA Europe Conference League win in 2023. Just highlighting that impact of Emerson on the pitch or in the locker room. Undeniable. Leonardo's early relocation to Taubaté, Sao Paulo in 2014 marked the beginning of his association with Santos FC's youth academy, and his rapid progression through the youth system culminated in his professional debut on August 20th, 2020 at just 17 years old. Leonardo's time at Santos was characterized by his knack for finding the back of the net, quickly establishing himself as a promising striker. Those performances, they drew attention from European clubs, leading to an early transfer to Portugal's Benfica in January of 2024 for a reported 18 million euros. And at Benfica, Leonardo, well, he made an instant impact, scoring in each of his first 3 league appearances and showcasing his adaptability and readiness for the stage, even in a new environment. But controversially, one of the most promising forward players in Europe decided on a different career path. As the Saudi League was heating up with insane fees and wages, Leonardo just couldn't resist. The summer of 2024 marked a significant shift in Leonardo's career as he joined Saudi Pro League club Al Hilal on a 5-year contract with the transfer fee reported to be around 40 million euros. Playing alongside Neymar was a bit of a dream moment for Marcos, but we didn't really get to watch that collaboration with Neymar barely ever touching the pitch. That said, since his arrival at Al Hilal, Leonardo has been remarkable with his form. 23 goals, 3 assists, just 30 games. At 21, I would assume it's likely that Leonardo will test himself in Europe again in the future. Someone to keep an eye out for. The list just wouldn't be complete without Diego Ribas da Cunha, widely known as Diego, of course, who has carved out a distinguished football career characterized by technical brilliance, adaptability, multiple leagues, multiple countries, longevity. I can go on with the superlatives. Diego's professional career commenced, of course, at Santos FC, where he made 86 appearances and netted 24 goals. His contributions were undeniable in securing 2 titles in the league, underscoring his early promise as an attacking midfielder. The success paved the way for a move to FC Porto in 2004, and at Porto, Diego added to the trophy cabinet. Although his personal form experienced some fluctuation, resulting in 4 goals over 48 appearances, there was enough to start building the packaging. You could see the talent that was on display. But the significant turning point in Diego's career came with a transfer to Werder Bremen in 2006. He revitalized his form, amassing an impressive 38 goals in 84 appearances. His playmaking skills and goal-scoring naturalization were instrumental in Bremen's domestic success and their journey to the 2009 UEFA Cup final, displaying his influence on the team's performance. The man was singing. The man was dancing. Diego's performances, of course, caught the attention of other clubs and other organizations. This time it was Juventus that was knocking on the door, leading to a transfer in 2009. And during his time with the Italian Giants, he combined for 5 goals and 33 appearances, struggling to quite make the same impact he had in Germany. However, it was the re-up with the move back to the Bundesliga at VfL Wolfsburg that saw the full-on return. Diego was back with vengeance, 19 goals, 76 appearances, feeling like himself. He was up for that challenge, which was followed by a loan spell to Atletico Madrid in 2011, which resulted in some give and take with the form. Not able to duplicate the Bundesliga impacts, but his ability on the ball still aided in Madrid's run as they challenged for silverware. Diego, who had an explosive start to his career, eventually returned to Brazil to finish out his time in football. Brazilian football is is just a unique place for young players to learn the trade. It might just be the place for the sport, the beautiful game. You're rewarded for your individuality and bravery, and it usually propels stars. Some prosper, others struggle to adapt to some of those expectations set by the pundits and the pros alike. But at the end of the day, Brazil isn't the only football factory on the globe, Santos in particular. So let me ask you this. What club should we look at next?